years ago, B.S. Yediyurappa had engineered the BJP's return to power in Karnataka. Now, Chief Minister Yediyurappa may well be on his way out. The news has resulted in high-voltage power tussle in the state as expected, and the focus really is on caste politics. Here's all that you need to know about the big exit and its ramifications. A lot of mixed signals that have been coming in. On one hand, a show of strength by Yediyurappa. He's been flexing his muscle. On the other, he's made statements that his fate will be sealed by the High Command.
There is no end to the political tussle in Karnataka, as echoes of Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's resignation gain momentum. Lingayat seers continue to lobby for him. In a mega show of strength, seers have called a key meeting on Sunday at 11 a.m. in Bengaluru. More than 500 seers will be meeting to discuss the political situation in the state. The meeting will be headed by the seers of Dingaleshwar Mutt. These same seers met Chief Minister Yediyurappa last week.
इस समय में बहुत समस्या में येडियुरप्पा जी का अनिवार्यता बहुत है, इसलिए सभी मठाधिपतियों का अभिप्राय एक ही है, येडियुरप्पा जी कंटिन्यू करना ही है.
Miffed with Yediyurappa's bid to mobilize Lingayats, BJP President JP Nadda summoned Yediyurappa's son Vijayendra. Nadda cautioned Chief Minister's son not to get involved in caste politics. Amid talks of change in guard, Yediyurappa has asked the top leadership to appoint a non-Lingayat as the next Chief Minister, whereas RSS wants to appoint a Lingayat to be the next Chief Minister to keep the vote bank intact. Amid buzz of change in guard, BJP is vetting the probables for the next Chief Minister.
Chief Minister Yediyurappa's son was summoned to Delhi to ask him about why the father is mobilizing and trying to gain support of the Lingayat seers and the community. But however, Yediyurappa has maintained that on July 25th he expects a message from the High Command, post that he will have an event on July 26th and take the further decision and agree with the terms and conditions of the High Command. Nagarjun Dwarkanath for India Today.
Let's take this across to our panelists who are joining us on this broadcast. T.M. Veeraraghav, senior journalist, is with us here on India Today. Also with us is Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst. We'll be joined by representative from the Bharatiya Janata Party also very shortly. Veeraraghav, beginning with you. Good evening. In your opinion, what's going to be happening on July 26th?
Good evening. I don't think Yediyurappa is the same leader that we saw in 2013 who can go as far as to break the party, but I think he's still not going to surrender very easily. If the High Command wants him out, I think he will demand his pound of flesh. And what you're seeing now is a demonstration of his political appeal still. He says he's sending out a message that he remains relevant. And I think the negotiations are on. But beyond the point, if the party High Command, given the kind of power that the BJP has today, vis-a-vis what it had earlier when he broke the party, I don't think Yediyurappa can go, beyond the brink in this matter. But he is definitely going to negotiate, show his political relevance to Karnataka, and demand his pound of flesh. Perhaps even make one last-ditch attempt to stay on.
What do you think he's negotiating for? You think he wants to remain the chief minister? Because in his messages so far, Veeraraghav, it almost seems like, he's conceded that my fate will be sealed by the High Command and no one else.
I think that would be the ideal for him to stay on as chief minister. But if the party High Command refuses to go, allow that to continue, then he would like to bargain for a replacement. At least not a replacement who would be completely opposed to him. You remember when he resigned the last time, he brought in Sadanand Gowda, who was a Vokkaliga candidate, a low weight, not a heavyweight political leader in Karnataka. He would argue or bargain for a replacement of that nature. He would like to hold the Lingayat appeal that he has and as the tallest leader within the BJP to himself. And he would, I think that would be his first point of negotiation. Obviously, there would be other things that would come up as well. He would ideally hope to continue, but if that doesn't happen, he would negotiate for this. But he is not in a position. I don't see Yediyurappa having the ability that he had in 2013 to break the party and go and launch another, walk away completely from the BJP at this stage.
What do you think works best for the BJP, a Lingayat or a non-Lingayat CM post Yediyurappa?
They cannot afford to antagonize the Lingayats. It has to be a Lingayat chief minister, or at least somebody amenable to the Lingayats. It cannot be a chief minister from another dominant caste in the state, and that would upset the BJP's caste equation. So it has to be a non-controversial, if not a strong Lingayat leader, at least somebody that the Lingayats find acceptable, and there are several castes to do that. But beyond this, I think what is most important is it has to be somebody acceptable to Yediyurappa. If he is going to be out, he's not going to be out in the cold. He's going to remain relevant in Karnataka politics, and the BJP can't wish him away. That's what he would like to demonstrate and negotiate for.
So there has to be a certain appeasement for Yediyurappa as well. Mr. Prakash, is the BJP kind of taken aback by all the developments in the last few days? Were they not expecting this kind of, mass outpouring of support for Yediyurappa?
No, first of all, there is no positive indication from the High Command that he should step down on 26th.
I knew you were going to say this, Mr. Prakash.
Whatever the support he is getting from the Swamijis and his well-wishers, they are coming on their own and expressing their confidence in Mr. Yediyurappa, who is a towering leader in our state and in the party. He's a masked leader. And when the question comes for stepping down, only then these questions can be posed. At the moment, there is no instruction from our central leadership to requesting Yediyurappa to
there's no
step down
smoke
from
without
the
fire,
chief
is there,
minister.
Mr. Prakash? And there have been hints. Mr. Yediyurappa himself is saying High Command will decide my fate. There have been rebellions against him. Seers are coming out and speaking now in support of him. It's all happened for a reason.
No, see, he has said that I will abide by whatever the decision the central leadership takes it. As a disciplined leader from the Bharatiya Janata Party, it is expected of him to express such a point of view. With regards to the support of CS, but personally they are very intimate to Mr. Yediyurappa, who wants Yediyurappa to remain in the post of chief minister and chief ministership, and they are expressing their support. I am sure they will also come to terms if the central government wishes otherwise. But so far as I am concerned, as a party office bearer, Mr. Yediyurappa has not been given any instruction to step down on 26th. It is all speculation, I feel.
Okay, all speculation is what you're saying, Mr. Prakash. 48 hours will perhaps have the answers. Syed Abbas, good evening. Your opinion on all that's been playing out so far in the Karnataka BJP?
Well, Akshita, let me tell you, the Nataka in Karnataka has just begun. As for a matter of fact, let me tell you, one such leader here in the dominance of South. We do know that the Bharatiya Janata Party has no presence in an Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, but they do have a strong dominance of formidable force here in Karnataka. And thanks to who? The tallest Lingayat leader of Karnataka, Shri B.S. Yediyurappa ji. It is the same Lingayat clan which brings in 16% of the population of Karnataka. And mind you, ma'am, there's also the 90 lakh vote percentage. So, humble request going out to Modi ji, JP Nadda Sahab and Amit Shah ji, that Lingayat is one such vote bank which no party can do without. Be it a JDS or a Bharatiya Janata Party, or also, as a matter of fact, even the Indian National Congress. Now the onus lies on the BJP leaders. We know what happened. I would totally say that the chief ministership of Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa has been jinxed. Before this, he had the opportunity to be the two-time chief minister, but unfortunately, he couldn't complete the term. Only two leaders in Karnataka could, Devaraj Aris and Siddaramaiah. Also this time, if he is halted 2 years before the Karnataka Assembly elections, let us see what is going to happen. Like you said, Akshita ji, there is no smoke without fire. There are warring factions here in the BJP. Due to the infighting, this decision is being taken. Also, as a matter of fact, there is a Margdarshak Mandal. My question to the BJP spokesperson. We had Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Shri L.K. Advani ji, Murli Manohar Joshi. Why is Shri Yediyurappa ji, at the age of 78, 79, still retained as a chief minister? Why don't they come out and say that it is to appease the Lingayat vote bank? They want the Lingayat vote bank. And mind you, If things go awry, more than 500 leaders, pontiffs, seers of the months across Karnataka stand in solidarity and strength force with Sri B.S. Yediyurappa. Tomorrow there is a spectacular conclave taking place here in Palace Grounds in Bangalore. As much as Bharatiya Janata Party might try to deny it, let me tell you, the inevitable is going to happen, and let us see what happens.
Let's take that to Mr. Prakash. Mr. Prakash, you're saying that all of this is just speculation, just hearsay at this point. But do you believe there's a certain amount of damage that's already been done with Lingayat Matsyas warning the BJP High Command? They're saying, you know, don't replace Mr. Yediyurappa. You've got some of them writing to the Home Minister, also to Mr. Amit Shah. Amid all that, do you feel that perhaps the Lingayat trust in the Bharatiya Janata Party may have been dented now?
No, it is not dented. Lingayat community is solidly behind the Bharatiya Janata Party, and our national leadership are well aware of the political situation in Karnataka, and there will not be any rush of things or the decision over the leadership issue in Karnataka. We are well aware how to protect the interest of the party in Karnataka. And whatever the Mr. Abbas has said, suddenly has developed a very strong love towards the Bharatiya Janata Party and our leaders. So far, he was very critical about it. I thank you very much for his realization that our leaders are very tall and we have a very strong base among the Lingayats. I appreciate that. Certainly, he will be disappointed over the next few days' development. The party is strongly with Yediyurappa, and Yediyurappa is solidly behind the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is the one who leads the party in
Mr.
Karnataka.
Prakash, before I get Abbas to respond, is the Lingayat community behind the BJP or is the Lingayat community behind Yediyurappa?
No, we have been, Yediyurappa is the tallest mass leader in Karnataka. And more so, his presence, his voters' influence on Lingayats is substantially very high percentage. Certainly, when Siddaramaiah says when he is a backward class leader, he intends that the Kurba community is behind them. Similarly, Mr. Kumaraswamy, when he says he is the leader of Vakkaliga community, he has got a very big chunk of votes there. Every mass leader has got some base among one particular community, but others are also behind Mr. Yediyurappa and others also. But Yediyurappa, in the last 25 years, he has built our party. He has led our party to the power in Karnataka for 2 to 3 times. I'm sure the party knows all this and will definitely act very responsibly.
Okay.
And Mr. Yediyurappa has already stated that he will abide by whatever the central leadership takes the decision.
Okay, Abbas, go ahead before I take this across to Veera Raghav.
As a matter of fact, Mr. S. Prakash is very well aware. It's always, let me tell you, Akshita, it's always a pleasure to debate with Shri S. Prakash ji, who's been very articulate in his points. But my simple question to him is, I'm sure he reads all the local newspapers and the dailies. Many of the top-rung leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party have called Shri B.S. Yediyurappa's son as a super CM, super chief minister. They have also alleged that he holds the remote control. Tell me, sir, is this true or not? Also, I can quote you Vijay Karnataka on the same. I can also quote you Surya Sandhya on the same. And also, as a matter of fact, time and again, we have seen many of the warring factions in the BJP. There has been so much infighting. Otherwise, you tell me, sir, Prakash, sir, why would BJP just 2 years before election turn the chief minister and bring in the new chief minister? The fact of the matter that there are warring factions in the BJP who do not want to see Shri B.S. Yediyurappa ji continue. B.S. Yediyurappa, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, over the last 40-50 years, since Bharatiya Janata Sangh, of the Jan Sangh, he's given a base to your party. Last 50 years he's worked for your party. This is the 3rd time he's become the chief minister. Because we all know snake and mongoose story which happened. Ishwarappa cannot bear the fact with Yediyurappa. Not just that, there are lobbies in the Karnataka politics which are warring. Like in Congress, you might call her D.K. Shiv Kumar or Siddaramaiah. Here also in BJP, there is a lot so let me tell you, sir,
I must concede, Abbas, that this is perhaps the first time I've heard you praising Mr. Yediyurappa. So I will agree with Mr. Prakash on that point. But very little time that I have. Veera Raghav, do you think that, letting go of BSY as the chief minister could potentially backfire on the BJP?
that only time would tell. But I think what he's trying to demonstrate on the 26th is that he has the ability, and perhaps the only BJP leader in the state who has the ability to cut across to the opposition and have a relationship with the opposition and be able to, which was the reason he could, manufacture that the defection and come to power. The second thing is that this is perhaps a symbol of whether the BJP is turning into a high command party like we saw of the Congress party. We'll have to see how this plays out. But I think definitely it's a gamble. If you push Yediyurappa out of the way, I don't think he's going to go meekly surrender. And we will have to see what the repercussions will be.
I think we're already seeing ripples of that in a sense. The fact that you're seeing so many people speaking out, even some members of the opposition like Shamanu Shivashankarappa speaking out saying, don't get rid of Yediyurappa, it's going to be a big mistake. Let's see what happens in the next 48 hours. We should perhaps have answers to all of these questions. Veera Raghav, Syed Abbas and Mr. Prakash, thank you very much for joining me this evening here on India Today. A lot of suspense over Yexit. It's been building up over the last few months, and we here at India Today promise to get you all the latest updates on the story as things unfold in Karnataka. For the moment, it's a wrap on this broadcast. Thank you very much for tuning in.